Work, everybody, good work.
Hey guys. Yeah, awesome.
You know what? If I were Bill, I just want to get what did you do? Oh, you need the thing in the wall. Yeah, that's all. Oh, you know what? No, we don't need that. That's for his fault. Never mind. Leave it there. This one's not very nice. What about this one? Nope, leave everything all good. This one is all good. Right? I appreciate it all. Thank you.
Hey everybody! Hi. There's a lot of seats up here. If anyone wants to come sit.
It's very intimidating to sit close to the artist.
He's not going to spit on
Make
you.
yourselves comfortable.
What if we want him to spit on us?
Then come right up and he'll get you.
I'll make sure to aim for you.
Sit down, we're going. Come on. I hope so.
Yeah.
We're not scared. There we go.
We need brave people to break the ice and
Somebody's going to be one of There's no sign. And then I'm going to run. We only went around once. What? I like to run. But I don't go around. I'm here.
They're quiet for it. See, that's it.
Alright, I don't have anything significant to say, but I just want to welcome all of you and thank you all for coming. I know I've dragged a lot of you to shows before, but those of you who haven't seen him yet, I hope you enjoy. And Adam.
Can we also give it up for Claire and Ashley? I know there are some first timers here. I love that. I'm actually curious, how many of y'all have never been to a house concert before? Okay, right on. So if there is if there's a small voice in the back of your head right now, as this is starting, saying like, okay, this is a little fucking weird. That's exactly how you're supposed to feel at your first house concert. This is an old tradition in the music world, the folk music world, and now, especially these days that I'm touring around and playing bigger spots with my bandies, it's such a joy. I take a little chunk of time every year that I can. We had to take a couple of years off because of COVID, but I think hanging out and sharing music in a living room is kind of my favorite way to do it sometimes. And so thank you for being brave enough to give this a shot and hang out with me today. It's good to be here. Got this train round my ankle. It's keeping me in the company of thieves. And I could be a proud man in the mirror, but I won't be till I leave. My shoulder heavier now as the day is long. It don't take a wise mind to know that I got to move along. Wrapped around me, let you tie me up and take control. You hate my body for so long. Now it's time to free my soul. Thank you. I've been here for a couple hours, and not only did I get to have a couple mimosas before starting, but I've also got to meet a whole bunch of you, and it's just you can just you can tell so much about people by the folks that they surround themselves by, and it's definitely a room filled with a lot of love and friendship, and it's awesome. So I just thought I'd start with something angry and nasty. Claire is officially the one that that applied for this show and reached out and has been kind of working with our person Robin to make this all happen. And she has been to probably 2 or 3 million shows over the years. Always makes me happy when I get to see her. I don't know. How long have you been? When did you? Do you know your origin story with me?
Yeah, my mentor teacher in college was a fan of yours, and so we used to listen to your music in between, because we did home visiting in between visits, and then Strange Creek of 2012.
Whoa.
So
That's your year 12 with me.
Yeah. You guys were playing, and I was like, I'll go out for a little bit and see them, but I usually hung out in the woods, and so I went out.
What'd you do in the woods, Claire?
I hung out. And so I went out, you guys were playing in a clearing, and I got the worst sunburn ever. Because I got hooked on the first song, and I wasn't wearing sunscreen, so I was used to being in the woods, but I didn't want to leave. So that's my story.
That's true love right there.
Right on. And so you all should know too, because there's a tradition in our community of live streaming a lot since COVID, and so we are actually live streaming this tonight. Hi, gatherers out there. And the gatherers will be excited because when I asked Claire what songs she wanted to hear, she said whatever, but I really like a lot of the old stuff. So I'm gonna be digging into some old songs tonight that I don't often get to play. So that'll be fun for me too.
You have also played at the Levitt Amp Music Series in the summer too, right?
Was that Woonsocket?
Yeah. So they do that every summer. If you want to keep your eyes out, if he does it again.
That's a really cool. The Levitt Amphitheater does a really cool series. Yeah. And am I pronouncing it? Am I doing it too hard on the ooh?
You are a little Woonsocket.
Woonsocket.
Yeah. There you go.
One fucking socket kid.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. We all have pictures of the one that haunts our dreams. Paint when colors bright. If solitude lies down below, then love is in between. Let me find his space tonight. Find him walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, this dusty road. Till the dust is just about all I see. Caught in this cloud tonight. At this point, there's nothing much for us to do. So you paint me and I'll paint you. We all have visions now of who we're supposed to be. Paint, I paint, and colors bright. Reality is a mess and love lies somewhere in between. Let me find this space tonight. You can find me walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, this dusty road. Till the dust is just about all I see. Caught in this cloud tonight. Will I dance around the fire of my changing point of view? You paint me and I'll paint you. Fantasies of living life in peace. Well, I paint, we paint in colors bright. Now war will set the times until we love so loud it screams. Let us find this space tonight. You can find me just walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, till the dust is just about all we see. But in this cloud night, in shades so bright, our leaders need to change their attitudes. You paint me and I'll paint you. Paint me and I'll paint you. You paint me and I'll paint you. One of the coolest things about playing a house concert, sometimes, usually, is you know, all the conversations I get to have with the folks who come out about music and about what they like, not just the songs of mine that they like, but the stuff that they're listening to, and get to have conversations about family and life and where people are coming from. I appreciate so many of you coming out today and asking about my family. I'm kind of a new-ish daddy. I've got a 2-year-old daughter and a 3-month-old daughter at home. So thanks to so many of you for asking about my girls. And had a bunch of conversations about being on tour, being away from family, and the challenges of that. And it's hard. And I was telling Ashley before, it's a strange thing because, right, I get to do this thing that I love so much, and it's so weird to be so happy about what you're doing and also being sad at the same time, right? Like, it's like complicated things, which is right, like that's life. We always have like a complicated mix of emotions, and words for me don't really do those feelings justice, and that's probably the main reason why I write music to begin with, you know. So, anyways, I'll sing one about missing my daughter on the road. This one's called "Pocket Full of Seashells." I've been walking out for miles now, sand under my feet, collecting little seashells as I go. 16 shows in 18 days, promises to keep, but there are moments I could stop and take it slow. If I had a nickel for every bar I've played, if I had $1 for every nickel made, maybe I could think about staying home a while, but that ain't in the cards right now. I'll get down on my knees and I will testify my faith to the heavens where the darkness meets the night. That a life that's worth the living is built on all the love we make. So we'll gather all my courage and I'll take all the luck I find, with a pocket full of seashells and my daughter on my mind. Maybe she will keep them in a jar up in her room, or she might make a necklace or a crown. She might say when her friends' daddies drop them off at school that hers is out there somewhere. Think about her. I'll get down on my knees and I will testify my faith to the heavens where the darkness meets the light. That a life that's worth the living is built on all the love we make. So we'll gather all my courage and I'll take all the luck I find, with the pocket full of seashells and my daughter on my mind. I love the life I chose, I don't want any other. You won't catch me feeling sorry for myself. And this day will pass in whispers that become a memory, that will live inside a jar of little shells. I'll get down on my knees, now I'll testify my faith to the heavens where the darkness meets the night. That a life that's worth the living is built on all the love we make. So we'll gather all my courage and I'll take all the luck I find, with a pocket full of seashells and my daughter on my mind. With this pocket full of seashells and my daughter on my mind. Teamwork right there. Okay, you got it. Saying I was someone just before starting, they were talking about being an Eddie Vedder fan. And over the course of my shows, I don't just like to play my own stuff. I like to tribute some of the artists that have influenced me over my life. So how about one that Eddie wrote? The same to recognize your face, haunting familiar years, I can't seem to place them. Cannot find a candle of thought to light your name. Lifetimes catching up with me. All these changes take place. I wish I'd seen play, but no one's ever taking me. Hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade. I swear I recognize your breath. Memories like fingerprints are slowly erased. You wouldn't recall, for I'm not my father. It's hard when you're stuck upon the shelf. Night changed by not changing at all. Small town predicts my fate. Perhaps that's what no one wants to see. I just wanna scream hello. My God, it's been so long, never dreamed you but now here you are. Here I am. Oh, hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade away. One-Eyed Willie may be sharing the stage with me for a little while today. You're just gonna have to roll with it. It's cool. There was one, so we during COVID, we started live streaming every single night. We live streamed for 500 nights. During that time, right, all the clubs were closed, all the theaters were closed, all the festivals were stopped. But we started playing these live gatherings in people's backyards, socially distanced. We did about 100 shows. Not one person got sick. It was like this testament to the power of our community. Keep each other safe. Anyways, there was one show, I can't remember where it was. Damn, I wish I remember where it was. Where while we were playing and recording, the family dog came over and literally peed on us. Wow. We were that something. I don't know.
In the animal kingdom, it's a compliment. Yeah, you were being marked.
So there's a bunch of y'all that are seeing me for the first time. So there's these livings are an opportunity also to just tell some stories. And some of the stories that I have about. Sometimes some of them are about me and some of them are not, but they're just a way that for those of you that have seen me a lot in the band, I don't get to sit around and just chat and drink mimosas during the band. And for those of you that don't know me, it'll give you a chance to dig a little deeper. I do not have a fairy tale story. I started playing music in the Boston area and could not get a gig anywhere to save my life. And there's a weird catch-22, right? You need fans until you have fans that are willing to buy tickets. You can't get into the cool clubs, but you can't really get fans if you don't have any fucking gigs. You explain that one, right? Like, so we just started, and we didn't know any secrets to the process, and so we just went to the shittiest bars we could find. Like the owner, if we could set up in the corner, we would set up in the corner and we'd play. And that was like, first 10 years of my career, we would play in any nasty bar willing to hire us all over. It started in Boston, then Greater Boston, then New England, and we just grew one fan at a time. I mean, those were the kind of gigs where you'd get hired. We'd play 5 hours a night, and your job was to keep people drinking until close, right? Like that wasn't, oftentimes we'd find ourselves that we'd outnumbering the audiences we were playing for, or the Sox game would be on in the background, and there would be way more people watching the Sox than listening to the band, and that's just kind of how it was for us for a long time. We got a call, we got a call from this starting up record label from down in the Florida area, and they were excited about our music, and they wanted to release an album. They wanted to produce an album for us. Super exciting. Woo! Super exciting, right?
What year was that?
Fuck. I don't know. I'll tell you what. If any of you are on Spotify and you look for the album that they released is called Ragtop Angel. And I don't know what year it came out. Maybe it was 2012, 2010. Fucking Susan was working it out right.
Susan, that's right.
Killing it in the corner.
But one of the things that the record label said was, you know, Adam, we really like your songs, but we're gonna fly you around the country a little bit to do some songwriting with some other great songwriters, and we're just gonna see what comes. 2011. I was right in between it, wasn't I?
Before Claire met you.
Yeah. It was right before. Yeah. So one of the songwriting sessions I had was down in Florida, in Hollywood, Florida, and with a songwriter named John D'Angelo, great songwriter, pop artist, and you know, it was my first time supposed to be co-writing with somebody, and I was kind of nervous about that. I'm a pretty folky guy, and this was a pretty poppy guy, and so I wanted to come prepared. I worked out all these like kind of what I thought were like the most popular kind of sounding riffs that I could come up with, the concepts for songs, you know, and I came prepared, and we got into this session, and John's like, okay, well, play me some stuff that you're working on. I played him all the different ideas, and he was like, yeah. He's like, you got anything else? And I was like, well, I've been kind of messing around with this, and it was like the folkiest thing that I had like come up with in a long time, but I just was like, all right, I'll just play it, and it was this riff. And he was like, dude, I like that, man. It's got a really cool vibe to it. And I said, okay, well, that's awesome. Let's write that song. And so we spent a couple hours, and what we did was, it was kind of interesting. We wrote the melody, just nonsense words, right? La la la, blah blah blah. But we created the structure from the beginning of the song to the end, and so we knew what the song was going to sound like, right? And we finished our session that day, and he's like, all right, Adam, well, that was great. We've got a session, you know, tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll drop you off at the hotel, and you just come up with the lyrics between now and then. So I said, okay. And so I got into the hotel, you know, and I went up to my room, you know, and I took out my guitar, and you know, I just started playing this. But then I saw something out of the corner of my eye in the hotel room. On the desk of the hotel room, there was a little pamphlet, and the pamphlet said that on the first floor of the hotel was a 24-hour casino. At which point I dropped the guitar, and I walked down. And I'm not a big gambler. Let me just be clear about that. But I love, like, you know, there is no other feeling like them walking into a casino for me. And it's not because, like, right, it doesn't have to do with, like, I mean, the gambling part, but it's more like when you walk into a casino. I mean, you could be playing the penny slots for 20 minutes, right? Except I don't do that shit. I like blackjack, right?
Yeah.
I like sitting down at the blackjack table. I like getting my glass of whiskey, which is what I did. But I love the feeling of, like, for this next little stretch of your life, whether it's an hour or 5 hours, or anything's possible. Anything's possible. And it's bullshit because not anything's possible, and right? But I love that feeling. And I walked in and I sat down at the blackjack table, and I had to write this song, and it was already starting to get late, you know, and I sat down at the table and I started playing. And of course, because I had something else I was supposed to be doing, I started winning, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking lose. I was hand after hand, and the ladies would bring over and they would say, do you need another Jameson? I'd say, yes ma'am, I do. And I would play another, and it was amazing. And every once in a while, like, right, and there was this energy that built up as the night progressed, right? And I had these stacks of chips on my table, and I was totally fucking off when I should be working. Every once in a while, I would say to the dealer, I'd say, hold my chips. And I'd walk up to my room, and I'd stand up on my bed with my guitar, and I'd play this song, and I'd write a couple lines, and then I'd run back down to the black table again, you know. And at the end, fast forward to 10 a.m. the next morning, John D'Angelo picks me up in the car, and he's like, hey man, I hadn't slept, by the way. I hadn't slept. He's like, hey man, did you finish the song? I'm like, I don't know, let's just get to the studio and I'll play what I got, you know. We got to the studio and I sang this song. He's like, I love it, let's not change a thing. And so that's how this song is born. This is a song called The Devil's Side, and it's about, right, sometimes embracing that dark side of your personality. Maybe you don't like to admit that you have sometimes, but sometimes that's also the fun side, right? I thought I'd take cover, steal me a lover, go undercover, yeah, that was my plan. But it was just a distraction, a knee-jerk reaction, a scarecrow infraction. I did it again. Slumber won't come, it escapes me. The breeze in the desert awakes me, but I know where I'm meant to go. I see a flash of light, but it's me on fire tonight. I will not hide. I will take my rightful place. Destiny I face at the devil's side tonight. I relegate fortune, it's out of proportion. Don't like the notion that the reckoning's come. So I'll gather my senses, build my defenses, pay the expenses, and hit the ground running. You know me. In the darkness I hide like a thief, but I know where I'm meant to be. You may see a flash of light, it's me on fire tonight. I will not hide. I will take my rightful place. Destiny I face at the devil's side tonight. I accept the consequences. My eyes are open wide. I'd rather go down a fighter than to keep on trying to hide. But I let out a holler, hold my head taller, cash in my dollar and pay them to ride. We see a flash of light, that's me on fire tonight. I will not hide. I will take my rightful place. Destiny I face at the devil's side tonight. Yeah, right. I didn't even ask when I started out. Is the volume okay for everybody? It's okay. Yeah. You all back in the kitchen can hear okay? You chicken shits all the way back there.
It's living the good seats for the people that matter.
Ashley is drenched right now. Really taking one for the team.
I'm happy to do it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
gonna play another old school song for Claire. This I wrote the first year I was writing songs. Before I moved to Boston and started to do the thing. I had a job. I knew I wanted to be a songwriter, but I didn't know anything about being a songwriter or how to go about doing it. I had a friend who was a blues artist out in Chicago. He was also a teacher by day. And he said, you know what, we can get you a job at the school, and we have like this closet in the back of our apartment. You can sleep in there. And so I was the recess guy in elementary school during the day. And every single night, Chicago's a huge city compared to Boston, right? Like, it's just vast. And every night of the week there were open mics where I could go and I could learn how to play in front of people, which was not easy for me. And it was during that year, walking along the streets of Chicago, that I ended up writing this song. It's called Not Half Grown. It was one of the ones that Claire picked out when we were hanging out earlier. Well, the sun set too early for my eager taste. My lungs hadn't gotten their fill. If my beating heart let me lie in this bed, another day would pass standing still. So I walked out in the moonlight, hands in my pockets as she walked by. Gave her a smile, and I stuck to the sideway, 'cause it was going my way, and the world had decided to cater to me for a while. As I roam, so much to show how I've not and have grown. I saw her in a smoky bar, decided to give it a try. Threw a few back, I gathered my courage as the minutes passed slowly by. Well, her name was Melina, she swore that she'd seen me before. As I walked her back to her place, she smiled as she kissed me, and she took both my hands, pulled me in through her front door. As I roam, so much to show how I've not and have grown. Well, it's the boys' night out on the town. Man, we're throwing them down just as fast as the wallets can spare. And we talk loud and we're in a crowd. The bouncers, bartenders, and boyfriends, they're all starting to stare. Dave wants to fight, but I'm holding him tight. And we're kicked out in the streets with our friends, but we feel great and we don't hesitate to jump in a cab so much to show how I've not and have grown. So much to show how I've not and have grown.
You start howling, he will. Don't tempt him.
Some of my shit sounds kind of like a howl.
If you hear something that sounds like a dinosaur, that's
All right, well, it's interesting. There was I had a conversation about a project I was involved in. Okay, so you know a little bit about our brief stint with the record label, and let's put quotations in the record label thing, shall we? It was, a couple guys that wanted to be a record label, and it didn't quite work out. We might have been the only album that they released, which probably doesn't say a lot about us, actually, before they folded their doors. Handful of years later, I was approached. A friend of mine that I knew from Chicago. He was working on being a stand-up comedian while I was working on being a musician, and he would go and have you ever been to open mic kind of things? So, have you ever been to an open mic for comedians?
yeah.
Ooh, that's fucking painful. I mean, like, look, if a song ain't working out, that's okay. It's a fucking song. You can close your eyes. If there ain't laughter, it ain't a joke. You know what I mean? So it was. So we would support each other at the open mic, at the open mics. I felt like I got the raw end of that deal, actually. But later on, he became a writer and a producer and an actor out in Los Angeles. And there's a song that I will share with you later because it's on a request list. But based on this song, he wrote a screenplay. And he was really excited. He had this idea for a movie. He got funding for the movie, and he got some great actors to come and act in the movie. And he wanted me. And the movie was called Folk Hero and Funny Guy, right? About a folk musician and a comedian. That the folk musician was a little more successful than the comedian was, and he took him on tour as his opening act, which was a terrible idea, right? But the two characters were kind of loosely based on his and my history together, and he got some great actors involved, and he wanted me to write the music for the folk musician, and the guy that ended up playing the folk musician was a guy named Wyatt Russell. Great actor. He's been in a bunch of really cool things, and he's great, man. And so I had all these songs. Some of them I'd written before that he liked, that he wanted to use in the movie. Some of the songs I wrote for the movie, and he flew me out to Los Angeles to work with Wyatt because Wyatt was going to play these songs in the movie, And so, I mean, I can't even read music, so I don't know what I was going to do. Going out and trying to teach somebody, how to do this thing, And so I kind of said yes, but I didn't know what to expect. And so I remember the first day that he introduced me to Wyatt. He was like, Wyatt seemed like a super nice guy. We were talking about all sorts of stuff. He was a hockey player for a while. I was a lacrosse player for a while. We talked about that kind of thing, and then just life. And then he's like, okay, well, they were like, we'll leave you guys alone. And there were a couple. They locked us in a room with a couple guitars, And so this was the first song that we were going to work on together. It was a song of mine called "Let Your Hair Down," and so I was, kind of prepared to okay, let's go through the motions of trying to show this guy how to play the song and sound as professional as he could be. And he's like, and he picked up the guitar and before I even said anything, he played the damn song better than I did. So it was a good lesson. The movie is out. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's not the worst movie either. It's got some of my music all over it, and I'm gonna play. I'll play another couple songs from that chapter over the course of our afternoon together. But I'm gonna start. This movie is called Folk Hero and Funny Guy.
Yeah.
They could have come up with a better name. Sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. I've been watching you dance all night. This party's flowing, baby going. Wanna walk with me outside. Stars on out, it's a perfect sky. What if we only have tonight? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time for you and me to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. I'm a mimosa drinker, ain't not thinking. I've been wanna figure it out. I like tea with my honey. I do not have much money. I could show you what life is about. The world's as big as we can dream. What if we only have a night? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time for you and me to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. And I may not look like much, tattered rags and such. Get you all dressed in white. And I may not run in your path, but I will get your back. What if we only have tonight? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time for you and me to stop this run around. What if we only have tonight? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time for you and me to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. Let it fall down. All right, let's take a little break. We'll fill up our glasses. We'll pee. It'll be amazing. We'll come back and play some more music.
He's so sweet. I always say he should be the ambassador for the first time I saw him. And
I wonder if we should pull this thing. They are
Well, and I think too, sometimes they're grumpy. I had a dog that was just innately grumpy. He just didn't like kids. He didn't like ability, but like that can happen to any dog. Pitbulls, they're grumpy. Yeah. My mom.
Does it sound okay? Thanks for taking off the team and jumping right up in front.
I'll be in bed.
So tomorrow's
They're like a 4-hour ride.
I'm sorry.
I only had 4 and 5 days.
Look up where it is.
Sorry, yeah, we have.
Because I actually.
We did 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. Lawn chairs. Yeah. That was it. That's not possible. My friend.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah. It's a sign of a great time. Was that the last time you saw us?
I didn't miss a lot.
With my dog and my
Okay. Like,
Thank you. Oh, you still like
How's everybody doing, okay? I feel like we could just like sit around in this like living room kitchen space for the next like 3 hours, which I'm inclined to do, except I actually have a second show down the road. I have to race off for. I know, right? So we're on the clock already. Crazy. Topsfield, North Shore, Massachusetts. Topsfield Fair, that's right. That's right. Almost at the like New Hampshire border. All right. We're gonna start with another Claire request here, old school. Hey there, shiny one, I remember when you used to come around my door. I could see you standing there, the goofy smile across your face. It's not here anymore. And you left too young, and you left too soon. My guitar still remembers you, my friend. And to see your light again, yeah. Hey there, shiny one, know sometimes at a loss for words. You never ceased to make me smile. I am thankful for the time you had, although it was just a little while. And you left too young, and you left too soon. My guitar, it still remembers you, my friend, yeah. see your light again. And I see you sometimes in your memory it shines. And I see you sometimes in your memory it shines. And I see you sometimes in your memory it shines. And I see you sometimes, yeah. In your memory it shines, yeah. It shines. In that shining morning, your glow affected everyone, and you wish that you could hear me sing about you. But chances are that if there's justice in this universe, this song will shine, although it's a song without you. And you left it too young, and you left it too soon. My guitar, it still remembers you, my friend, yeah. And I see your light again. I see your light. Conversation with someone during the break, and they said that they were talking to Claire and telling Claire that they were a Sturgill Simpson fan, and oh, I think that guy's a great writer, man. And Claire was like, "Tell Adam to play Switching to Whiskey." So I'm gonna play that song.
You should do that.
All right, probably should. Sitting here most of the night, sipping this beer, feeling alright with my old buddies lined up at the bar. Jukebox playing soft and low, about to pay my tab, hit the road, and just my luck, someone played that song. Now I'm switching to whiskey for the memory gets me. Feel it in the time, let it burn me all the way down. Won't drown my sorrow, so we're up tomorrow. Tonight I fly so high I can't be found. Till I don't care, she don't even miss me. I'm switching to whiskey.
Woo!
Plain as day, the night she took my breath away, dancing like a carousel on fire. Through the barroom smoke, her blue eyes shining, holding her like she was mine. And the beer ain't strong enough to ease my mind. No, I'm switching whiskey for the men that kiss me. Let it teeny top, let it blind me all the way down. Don't drown my sorrow, sober up tomorrow. Tonight I fly so high I can't be found. I'm gonna lean on Jack, shot for shot. Gonna match these tears drop for drop. I need something strong, wash the pain away. I'm switching to whiskey. I'm switching to whiskey. I'm gonna drown my sorrow, sober up tomorrow. Tonight I fly so high I can't be found. Till I don't care, she don't even miss me. I'm switching to whiskey. Good old sad heartbreak song that involves alcohol. That's a good combination.
Raise up your
Or
glass.
accordion.
I'll play that one before the end of the day for sure. All right, we'll go back to old school. This is cool. There are some songs on here that have not yet been requested at the Get Full House concert tour, so this is good. We're checking new boxes today, Claire. This is good.
Checking boxes.
Yes.
It's a good feeling,
Whoever
right?
said that. I love checking boxes.
If we met another time, we're a maiden in a castle by the sea. With a nightly gesture I'd call you, and I know that it was meant to be. Take two pieces of a puzzle and rim. With enough force you can make them both align. But there's one piece that there fits perfect. So too does your body fit mine. I know you're gonna get blows all the taste away. My holiday and I've been smiling again on my selfish line. It never seemed just to fine. Walk together, people look our way. Assuming love that is blessed and divine. Well, it's nice to feel your love for one day, even if it's only in their mind. I know you go, it blows all the taste away. From a holiday, I've been violence again on myself that's right, and it never seemed justified. Could peel away my soul without a sound. Soon my body to the depths eternally. feel nothing forever. Into the sin as much as love you vacantly. I know where you go, it blows all of the taste away from my holiday. I bend my lips again on my selfish ride, and it never seemed justified. I know you go, it blows all the taste away from my holiday. I bend my lips again on my selfish ride, and it never seemed justified. Justified. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Thank you very much. It's loud in the front row, isn't it?
Yeah. Cheer.
She already did cheer, Mom. Get off her back. It's a weird kind of concert, right? We just talk to each other at this kind of concert. It's we're in somebody's house. You don't have to say hi. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. There's no wrong way to hang out at a house concert. It's overwhelming.
I already met him, already shared snacks with him.
I already hung with that guy. It's old news.
Took a selfie with him. My boss had their check.
Here come old flat ego, rolling slowly. Told you I bought me one holy roller. We got hey down to the knee. Got to be a joker. He just do what he please. He wear no shoe shine. He got a toe time for. He got a monkey finger. He should Coca-Cola. We say I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now. spit up a piece of my quiche onto my microphone on that song.
It was supposed to be on me.
Sorry. I'll aim better next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to a couple songs that were in the movie Folk Hero and Funny Guy, just because I know that there's someone here that likes. There's another actress that was in the movie that played another folk musician. Her name is Meredith Hagner. Am I pronouncing that properly? The last name is Hagner. She's really talented. She's been in a bunch of different things, and so I was supposed to write a couple songs with her for the movie. And so there was one day, she lived in Brooklyn at the time, and I came over to her apartment, and we decided, she knew how to play guitar a little bit, and she was writing some songs, and it was her ideas were really cool. And so she had this line that she really liked, that she wanted to start with. And it was something like, these are all the wrong keys. Hold on one second, I gotta find it right. There we go. Her line was something like, so this was gonna be a song that her character in the movie was gonna sing, right? And her line was, if happy girls are the prettiest girls, then this is one ugly town. That's how she was like, I got this idea. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's write that song, And we wrote that song, and it ended up being called Trouble Heart. And like most of the things that I co-write, at some point or another, I like to play them or release them or something like that. And so, unfortunately, and we wrote the song together, right? But unfortunately, like when it was coming from my voice, that just didn't feel like a proper first line for a dude to be singing. So I changed the first line for me when I played, at least. When the gleam was gone, I was burnt and withdrawn. It was time to get out of this town, right? But this is a song that Meredith in that movie sings when she's playing on the stage. It's called Trouble Heart. I should just tell you this. I had one of my most, I'd never told anyone this. I had one of my most embarrassing moments at that songwriting, because she's like this, she's this actress, up and coming. She's just like a, fancy person, And for those of you who've ever traveled around New York City, or like the boroughs, right? It's like, it can be a little challenging to get around, and if you're like me, you're taking the subway and all that stuff. And so I was taking the subway. It took me a while to get to her out in Williamsburg from wherever I was staying in Manhattan, and then I had to come back, and I had like this upset stomach the whole day, right? Like it was like one of those days. It was upset when I got there, and then we wrote for 4 hours, and it wasn't getting any better. And then it was the end of our session, and I knew it was going to be like 2 hours on the subway afterwards. And so I just told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. I know this is a studio apartment, but I really have to use your bathroom, and it's not going to be good for either of us. She was totally sweet about it.
Shit happens.
It happened all right. And, it was not a good situation, and then that was my last time ever seeing Meredith until the release of the movie. So I left something all right. The gleam was gone, I was burnt withdrawn. It was time to get out of this town. So I sold my old couch, grabbed the first ticket out, thought these words up, and then wrote them down. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Trouble heart, trouble in my heart. Here the colors are dull in their rolling up both of my sleeves. Now I'm in the van, driving where I can, up and down highways and streets that I find. I am writing poems about my old home and the things that I hope to find. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Trouble heart, trouble in my heart, colors more vivid with each place I go. Trouble heart, mother and father can't worry about what they don't know. And I reach out, even if no one is listening. I am working it out, just the wheels turning in me. Trouble heart, trouble in my heart, holding on tight as I twist and I break. Trouble heart, I stop and I start on this road I'm determined to take. And I reach out, even when no one is listening. I am working it out. Mom and Dad, don't you worry about me. Well, the dream was gone, I was burnt, withdrawn. It was time to get out of this town. Whoa, Ricky, brave in the front row. That's a big step for you. This is a big step in our relationship, man. This is good.
I want proof that you got spat out. That's all.
So I'll play one more song that they used in the movie, but this was a song that was written before the movie, and it was, you know, my buddy who wrote the movie was trying hard to be a comedian to start. He was the guy that did the open mics, yeah. And he was, you know, it really was. He was not the problem. It was, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, you go to an open mic, right? It wouldn't be his turn for like 2.5 hours, and so you would sit through a lot of people. I'll just leave it there. But you know, he was spending a lot of time like writing stuff to make people laugh, you know. And there's a song at the time I would play at some of my early shows based on something dumb that happened to me, and it would make people laugh. And he would come up to me afterwards and he's like, "What the fuck, man? You're not even supposed to be funny." And so he had Wyatt sing this at one of the performances in the movie, but it was based on a story of mine. There was a girl that I used to go out with. We dated for a little while. It was like a light relationship. And it was just a light relationship.
Just a light relationship.
It was. Trust me, it was pretty light.
That's what we're calling it now?
But we did this thing that's like pretty hard to do, right? Like where we broke things off, but we stayed friends afterwards, right? Like, you know, one might think, but we were doing a good job. And
Have she moved on?
we both did our own thing. We'd stay in touch. It was cool. My buddy called me up. you know, a little while later, and he said he'd run into this gal, and could he ask her out on a date, you know? And I said, of course, man. Like, that is like old news, and we're buddies now. And, you know, I got off the phone with him, and I started to think, you know, have you ever met, like, two people in your life? You've known them from different places in your life, but then they come together, and you're like, how did I not see that before? They're perfect for each other, you know? And I knew that my buddy was going to be perfect for this girl. And so that pissed me off, and I wrote a song. This is called She's Just a Girl. I can recall sneaking up to her house, ran through the night. The dogs barked so loud, yeah, I was convinced that they'd wake up the neighbors for sure. I recall some of those nights the best. Fell asleep with her head on my chest, hoping and praying her dad wouldn't barge through the door. But those days are gone and they're gone now for good, and I have moved on like I knew that I would. Thinking about her like I got nothing better to do. Man, she's just the girl that I knew. I recall on a cold rainy day, my jacket held open, we huddled in place. Sammy looked over, he said that's when he figured it out. And I recall a few months passing time, all the while her hand resting in mine. But let me assure you, I haven't the least bit of doubt. But those days are gone and they're gone now for good, and I have moved on like I knew that I would. I'm quite certain those feelings will never renew. Man, she's just a girl that I knew. Okay, here comes my buddy into the story right now. I recall on the phone yesterday, you told me you'd met her at a bar along the way. You said that she looked like a heavenly angel in jeans. You said you shared a few drinks for a while. She must have fallen in love with that smile. You walked her home safely, but I think I know what that means. Those days are gone and they're gone now for good, and I have moved on like I knew that I would. I promise I'll give you the greenest of lights to pursue. Man, she's just the girl that I knew. Now I'm sure you're perfect couple. Oh, so pretty, smart and nice. And when someday you two get married, I'll be right there with my bowl of rice. I really am wishing the best for you two. A house, a few kids, a dog and a pool. You'll deserve it, for you will have given each other your hearts. But late at night, when you can't figure out what in the world she's dreaming about, I'm sure it's not me she'll be wishing she chose from the start. Those days are gone and they're gone now. She has moved on like I knew that she would. As great as it was, I'm certain she's happy we're through. She's just a girl that those days are gone and they're gone now for good. I have moved on like I knew that I would. Her parents both love me, but I'm sure that there's room for you too. She's just a girl that those days are gone and they're gone now for good. We have moved on like I knew that we would. Remember these words when your deepest doubts come to view. Man, she's just a girl that What was that?
Did they end up together?
They did not.
So you want three kids?
That made my whole night. I just want you to know.
Yeah. A little bitterness is good for the soul.
You just know when it's just not gonna get better from you. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, well, I'm gonna play. My wife comes from a conservative Catholic family. She comes from conservative Catholic parents, and which I don't know much about, to be honest. But generally speaking, I feel like if you're conservative Catholic parents and you have a beautiful daughter, you don't expect her to wind up with an impoverished hippie folk named Jew. I wasn't sure her parents were going to like me too much, but turns out that becoming a part of their family and sharing in their traditions has been a joy. It's been a joy for me. It's been wonderful. And while that's a really heartwarming story, in my opinion, it would make for a boring song, so I wrote this instead. This is called Steal Your Daughter. Take that reputation, you gotta find congregation. I know you sleep with the shotgun loaded, rolled off on the front door. Try to tell what you think you own, sing them out such a blue light song. I don't know about Matthew 7:1, but I do know a little about retribution. Don't try to water, come out and steal your daughter. How much you fear the most and call my name, the Holy Ghost. What you don't know about scary, the prayers that you find Hail Mary. Don't try to water, come out and steal your daughter. Never know they would give my life for the girl that I love that you pray for. Never know that I hold her tight when she cries for her daddy in the middle of the night. I've read Proverbs 23:14. Yeah, that'll never bring me. Don't try to little water. Come on. There's a whole genre of that.
I need it.
Yeah.
I need it in one album.
I know, I should do a Spotify mix of just the nasty, spiteful shit.
Yes.
We'll call it the Ashley mix.
Story checks out.
Just ask my friends.
It'll be the key to me breaking big time around the world. Have you heard this Ashley mix? I don't know who this fucking songwriter is, but he's bitter. We like it. Well, okay, I'm gonna play now. Claire communicated that this was her first song of mine that she fell in love with. That she this was her gateway drug.
I'm so glad I drank it.
It comes from, and it also comes from the early days of my songwriting. I knew I wanted to come back. I was in Chicago, as you know, playing the open mics and doing that kind of thing. I came back to Boston and I wanted to join a band. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself, you know. And I had some friends at the time who were they were living in a duplex in Somerville. And they said, you know, Adam, we never been down there before, but we hear this place has a basement. You know, maybe we know that you're gonna, you know, you're struggling. Maybe you can stay in the basement until you get your feet under you. You know, let's go check it out. And I said, oh, okay. And so I went over one night and we hung out for the night. We kind of got into our cups a little bit, and late in the night, we decided that we would take a field trip down to the basement. We kind of like, we forced open this door that hadn't been open in probably 30 years or something like that. We went down these steps to the bottom of the basement. And this is, you know, this is like Somerville. This is like, you know, colonial fucking construction shit, you know? So we got down to the bottom of the basement, and it was like, you know, we looked around and it was like a scene out of the Blair Witch Project or something. And look, I got friends, like me and my friend, I got good friends. Me and my friends, we don't get embarrassed in front of each other. We tell each other all sorts of stuff. I mean, I just told a room full of people that I blew up some actress's bathroom. I don't get, but they got embarrassed. We were looking around down in the basement, and they were like, Adam, we did not know it was going to be this bad down here. Sorry, we even brought it up. And I looked around and I said, you know, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, sure. So I made a deal. I was doing some construction for a guy that was building a recording studio. And so I knew enough to like put up some walls around the section of the basement that actually had cement floor. That's right, there was part of the basement that was dirt floor, old school, right? This is what we're talking about, people, right? This ceiling is probably twice as high as the ceiling in that basement, right? Like it was, I paid $200 a month in rent to the landlord who, you know, I just slipped him some cash, you know, and I was like off the grid, you know, and I ended up living there for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. But you gotta understand, I got no regrets. That allowed me to be a musician. It allowed me to be a songwriter. It allowed me through the 10 years of not making any money and just throwing myself at music and doing anything that I could, and I didn't have to worry about making rent. I mean, even 200 was a stretch for me sometimes, right? But I could do it, you know. And to this day, some of my favorite songs that I've ever written were written down at that basement. So this is a song that I wrote down in the basement. It's a song about writing a song down in the basement. It's called The Basement Song, as a matter of fact. Let's go down in the basement that I'm renting for the time. Streets outside quiet, 3 more hours till the grind. When lungs will sound in unison, the sleepy town will rise to start another day with me, the 5th and a surprise. The weather will be overcast, then I'll turn to rain. Folks will secretly be happy for the excuse to complain, but the rain will sound like symphonies cascading off this town's Victorian roofs with angles. The drops come rolling down, and my day will start with soggy shoes upholstered to my feet. as I stumble to the corner store to get something to eat. The cute girl at the register will smile as if to say, "Hey, we both in this together," and she sent me on my way. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the shiny shoes, he'll be at Old Town Hall. His brother, chief of police, will catch truants at the mall. And mothers with their babies, off to daycare, then to work. I'll be heading to the alleys, cause that's where the poets lurk. And I'll be seeing things in harmony, smelling them in the rhyme. Yeah, you know what kind of day when you can sing within the times. Conflict them will rise, but choose to concentrate on all the things I love or try to fix the things I hate. Cause we Americans dig our sitcoms, music, ball games, and French fries. And our teachers, they need raises. And our schools, they need supplies. Resilience of the spirit, Lord's the will to carry on. And the moon that chases the sun around the earth to bring the dawn. Hey, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now this verse changes with each new president. Well, this virus has us down and out, but Joe is on the case. Vaccines or variants, which will come in the race. And I'm down in the basement, trying to contemplate the fact. A million of our neighbors gone and they ain't coming back. Conspiracies are everywhere, we're bursting at the seams. Crazier each day, like falling deeper in a dream. But we will keep on gathering, one day at a time. We'll prove that we are stronger yet than all of it combined. But 100 years from now, all our troubles will be gone. We'll be searching out new planets after fucking up our own. We'll pick us out a winner, plant a sturdy flag, and then ship up a few religions and do it all over again. Hey, yeah. Songs that I write that every time I play them, it takes me back to the very night that I wrote the song, right? This one is one of those songs. I was right down the road from a club. Maybe y'all have heard of it if you spent some time in Somerville or Cambridge or Boston area checking out the music scene. There's a club called Toad right near Porter Square in Cambridge. Tiny little club. It's about the size of this living room, you know. And it has been around for like, I don't know, 60, 70 years. And man, it's just like for decades, these warrior troubadour poets from all over the country, you know, people writing all kinds of music, all kinds of stuff they would play on that tiny little stage in that tiny little room. And I'm a believer that when things happen in a space, there's a little bit of the spirit of those things that is left behind, and you feel it every time you go into Toad. It's an amazing spot, you know. Well, they wouldn't hire me either, but I found out the name of the guy that books the shows. His name is Billy Beard. His name is Billy Beard. He's a great drummer in a great band that's still out playing music. They're called Session Americana, and you should check them out one of these days if you haven't heard of them. But I made it a point to email Billy once a week, and it took me about 7 years, but finally he was like, "Adam, okay, you can play in the fucking room." He stopped writing me all the time. Every once in a while he would give me a Sunday night from 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. the like ticketed act would come in, but man, from 7 to 9, that tiny little stage was all mine. I was a professional musician. It didn't matter that there wasn't anyone actually in the bar. There was like, you know, 3 drunks sitting at the bar facing the other direction while I was playing. It didn't matter, man, I was playing, you know. So you can picture me down in the basement at about 4:30 a.m., something like that. Those were my prime writing hours. And I had a gig at Toad the next day. And this is a verse that I wrote that first night. I don't usually play this verse, but I figured dig deep on this.
Yeah, dig deep!
If I met Greg Brown, I'd say I stole this song from you. It can't all be original. Plus my rent is due and I don't have health insurance. My car might be repossessed. Cause playing on this guitar is the thing that I like best. And tomorrow at a bar, about a half a mile from here, I'll make 50 in a burger. And they'll make me buy my beer, and the guitar will sound like fireworks, exploding north and south, expressing all the feelings I can't push up through my mouth. Yeah. You'll hear this song, it'll make you smile. You'll take me on the road and we will travel for a while. We will play together, trading verses, you and me. We'll try to want an encore, we'll give them 2 or 3. But for now, the morning time will rear its head before too long. And you know I cannot sleep before I've finished up a song. And tomorrow when I muster up the nerve to play this through, I'll hit the final chord and give a silent nod to you. Hey, yeah. Well, I'm gonna play one more song plugged in this afternoon, and then I'm gonna unplug this guitar and wander into that kitchen. We'll just finish up singing together a little bit. But this will be the last. This will be the last for you gatherers that are joining me online. Thank you for hanging with me. Is it still going? Is it still going on?
Yes.
So after I finish this song, okay, I'm gonna do a little sign off to them, and then when you hit can you see that there's like a stop button on that thing? You just hit stop.
How much are you gonna pay?
Shit, man, we got a crack team going here. This is a song. This is a song called "The Toast," and it may sound like a drinking song.
Yes.
Okay, it's a drinking song.
Okay.
But it's a song about. But it's a song about being around good people for the time that we have together. And here is to us all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to our good company. Here's to the drinks that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had.
Raise your glasses.
These moments pass like they won't come again. May our lives all burn bright, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to work when the working is through. Let us drink one of me. Let us drink one of you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to our good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as this night is unaware. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. supporters online, stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you soon.